Welcome to the 9th episode of Smoke and Chat. I'm going to smoke one of my 10 cigars that I ordered from cigar.com. And it's going to be a Ave Maria St. George. It's the first one that I selected, and I'll get to the information here and show you all about it. Okay, this Ave Maria, this is a medium strength cigar, so it will not be a light cigar, it will be a medium, and it'll be interesting, I think. The shape, they call this a bellicoso. It looks kind of like, what we would call a torpedo. The end has kind of like a torpedo type of a tip. Maybe it's a little bit rounder than a torpedo, so that's probably why it is a little different. This is a natural color, and the country that it comes from is Nicaragua, which is interesting. And the wrapper origin is it comes from Ecuador, the wrapper. And the wrapper leaf is what they call a habano. So they got a habano leaf from Ecuador, and then the filler, which is going to be just a regular tobacco that they wrap around the binder. The binder wrapped around the filler, and that comes from Nicaragua. So it has a little bit of a mixture to it. And again, this band is so beautiful. I took a picture earlier, and I'm sure I might interject some of the pictures in this review. It's not going to be really a review, I'm just going to be smoking and chatting. I've never had this before. Look forward to it. And let me just get her started, and we'll start chatting about something. I can tell you right away what I like a lot about this is the smoke. Thick smoke. The draw was easy. The build quality, you do see some veins in the leaves. It's not a problem, no issue. And again, I still need to get batteries for my microphone. That's why the sound quality will not be as good as I would like. But the build quality, it's nice and firm. It's not soft in any area. It hasn't even burned at the moment. I did the pre-light and all. Bluish white plume of smoke. I hear from some people, I say, Amish, we'd rather hear more about the cigar reviews. We don't really want to hear about your thoughts or anything. Just stick to cigars. And other people, they say, well, I don't care about your cigars. Just continue to talk about life. Things that you've been talking about. It's very interesting. Very political. I'll probably start talking about politics at some point. I'm not afraid of it. And I'm sure a lot of people will say, keep your political views to yourself. Say this is the United States of America. I can talk whatever I want. And a lot of people say, your messages have a lot of religious undertones or overtones or some type of tones to it. Let's talk more about religion. Again, some people say, I'd rather hear more about the cigars. And strength-wise, I can see where this is a medium already. This is not a light cigar, not a light smoke. It does have some potency to it. On the back end, what I mean the back end, it's like the back of the mouth. Just a little bit of a kicker to it. It's not a bad tasting cigar. It's definitely well made. But like many human beings, I mean, you have various areas, various topics in life that interest you. A lot of people, they don't like to talk about that type of stuff. You know, they want to keep things private, and to each their own. I mean, if you don't want to talk about what makes you tick, got a little bit of a split going on right here. You know, if you want to keep your political views to yourself, your spiritual views to yourself, I don't know, personally, I don't know why that you would want to have views that you feel are important in your life and you don't share them. I mean, that's, I don't know, I don't understand that. I do understand that some people might hit other people over the head too much when it comes to different things. I don't think I'm that type of a person. In my life, I've done interviews in the past where I've interviewed many people. And to me, that's how that you get to know about things, is asking questions. Some people might think you're trying to challenge them by asking questions. You know, I'm not. I'm just interested in what they got to say in their answer. I talked to this with this Jewish person. I mean, he's very knowledgeable, very nice. But when I asked him questions about things that I wasn't even bringing Jesus up. I wasn't bringing up Christianity. I was just bringing up different points of view, different ways of looking at things. I just wanted his opinion on what I was bringing up, and he thought I was attacking him. I mean, just asking questions because I'm curious. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know what you like, your point of view on things. So, you know, at times, I think I'd be a decent reporter. You know? I just like to ask questions. That's how that you learn, is by asking questions. It doesn't mean that you're going to agree with everything that the person said or like what you hear. But this is, you know, this is the United States of America. You have every right to believe what you want. It doesn't mean I have to agree with what that you say or what that you like. But I want to hear it. If I ask you a question and I know the answer is not what I'm going to like, you should have every right to say what that you want to say. And at the same point, if you ask me a question, you know, odds are the answer is going to come out of right field or left field or some field. It's not going to be just an easy answer that you want, or the kind of answer that you're looking for. Be a little bit different, and it would pee a lot of people off. I'm thinking, well, why ask the question then? Some people believe in freedom if what you're saying is something that they believe in themselves. You have freedom of speech as long as what you're speaking mirrors what they believe. If you don't, well, they'll shut you down, and so much for that freedom. You can't have freedom if a person can't choose to have a different viewpoint. There is no freedom if you don't have an opposing viewpoint. And to shout some person down and call them names just because they don't agree with you is idiotic. You're mentally retarded, ladies and gentlemen, if you do that. You are retarded. Actually, that's a slam on the mentally retarded people. You are less than them. Not that they're less, but they think better than you do. If you put down somebody just because they think differently than you, then you're stupid. Can't say any more plainer than that. I have, this last election, I did not vote for Hillary. I did not vote for Trump. But I did not want Hillary because she's vile scum, to be quite honest with you. And I had friends who stopped being friends with me because I did not vote for Hillary. I don't get it. I think your friendship means far more to me than your political views. Am I different? Am I strange? Is that the wrong way of looking at things? It's just how it is. But many on the left, they call themselves progressives. I don't know what's progressive about shutting people out of your life because they don't agree with what you don't agree with what their belief is. What kind of crap is that? How are you going to have people join your party or join your movement if you kick those people that you want to influence out of your web of influence? I don't know. Stupid people. Now, if you voted for Hillary, your voting conscience is not too smart, but you can still be a great human being, and I value you as my friend. How about that? Is that a novel idea? If you voted for Trump, I did not vote for Trump. If you voted for Trump, why can't we be friends? And the thing is, more Trump people are easier to get along with than Hillary people. I don't understand that either, but that's what it is. So bottom line, I could care less what your political views are. I could care less what your religious views are. I mean, like I've shared already in one of my earlier, maybe my very first video, I'm not certain. One of my best friends is an atheist. I have friends who are die-hard, very conservative Christians. I have liberal, pro-abortion friends. I have lesbians who are friends. I have gay people who are friends. I have people who don't like gay people as friends. I really don't know too many of those though, but I'm sure there's some. And by the way, the ash fell off. And it only got maybe about an inch and a half. And the location, I'm looking out at the field. I had the rainbow in yesterday. And over to my right, which is towards Ohio, they got some thunderstorm clouds. So they're going to have some rain probably going on right now in Ohio. Time wise, maybe be it has to be before 8 o'clock, I believe. But anyway, if a person is going to hold to their views, whatever topic that you want to talk about, and your views are so important to you that you're going to ostracize others who don't believe as you do out of your life. I don't understand that way of thinking. I mean, let's talk about Jesus. He hung around with the drunkards. He drank around with the hoes. He hung around, I'm sure, he hung around with the gay people. I'm sure of that. And who gave him the most trouble? Wasn't the gay people. Was it the hoes? Was it the drugs? I mean, the drug addicts, the dope dealers. It was the religious people. Think about that. Lord have mercy. How would you like to be the one, the Messiah? You're walking around the world, regardless what time frame. The people who're supposed to love you, you would think, support you more than anybody, are the ones who give you the most grief. And yet the alcoholics, the ones who like to party, the ones who like to hoe around, those are the people who he hung around with. He wasn't afraid to hang around, as I would call hang and bang. He's not afraid to hang and bang with those type of people. He did not ostracize himself from those people. I'm not saying he went with the hoes or partied with the people. He partied a little bit, but you know what I'm talking about. Hopefully you do. And instead of talking about Jesus, talk about you. Whatever is important to you, are you ostracizing people because they believe differently than you? I'm just asking the questions. I'm not being sanctimonious or anything. I'm just asking the questions. you're being overly judgmental on any topic, let's just say politics. I may have disgust for Hillary, and I will never have love for Hillary in advance or any wedding. So it'd be a storm or two. That's what you get out here in the country. But you know what? Even Hillary is welcome to come here, and I would have supper with her. Lord have mercy. The Hillary supporters, they want to have lunch with Trump because they lost. Trump can come here, we'll eat. Tell me how great he is, I'm okay with that. Stick around in your own little or you look down on those and want to call names of people who don't agree with you. You want to call them fascists or racists or what have you. Homophobe. That's easy, people. It's very easy. Stupid, but easy. Really influence others. And I'm just looking at the left right now. I mean, they seem to be imploding. Who wants to be part of the left? Who wants to join the left? I'm not saying you have to be pro-Trump, but how can you be pro what they're doing? There's nothing there that attracts me at all. An average person, and I work with the average person. They're disgusted with the whole thing too. Bottom line, Hillary lost. Yeah, she had more total votes. Let's just say there was no voter fraud, even though evidence showed that there was. You don't see the evidence does not show people wanting to vote for Hillary but ended up getting Trump votes. It was always the other way around. People wanted to vote for Trump. Somehow it turned around and it came out for Hillary. Imagine that. But we won't go there. I might go there in some other video, but that's not where I want to go today. How can you attract people to your movement when you're sore losers? And freedom. Again, opposing viewpoints. I could care less if somebody who owns a baking company does not want to make a cake for a homosexual wedding couple. It's their company. I mean, my belief is the free market is going to say whether or not that company survives or thrives. If they thrive, then that's fine. And the courts have no reason to get into it. Just because you don't agree with it, go somewhere else. There's more than one baking company. I'm sure there's a baking company ran by homosexuals. They have every right to make a wedding cake for straight people if that's what they want to do. It's called opposing viewpoint. It's called freedom, and that is freedom. That's freedom. It's not freedom. There is no freedom if you just look at one of those two viewpoints and say they're right and the other one's wrong. They're either both right or both wrong. And if you want freedom, both have to be right. Meaning, they do what they want. How about that? You're either for freedom or you are against freedom. But you can't say you're for freedom if you don't allow other people to believe and live as they wish. There is no freedom in putting someone in a box, saying you have to be like me. That's not freedom. We all can't be a box of frosted flakes. There had to be some Fruit Loop somewhere. It's pretty good ash. Has some depth to it. It's down now to the band. I want to take the band off. It is a very pretty band. I think I'll keep that. Very handsome band. Don't be like the religious people in Jesus' day. Don't be overly judgmental just because someone doesn't agree with your point of view. Let them have their point of view. What is wrong with that? I don't see any problem with it. If you want to be an atheist, be an atheist. Be the best atheist that you can be. If you have a pro-homosexual points of view, have at it. But don't ostracize those who may not agree with you. And if your spiritual views or political views are totally opposite of that, you're missing out on a whole lot of good. Well, I mean good, I'm talking about people. Some of the best people in this world are gay people. Some of the worst people in this world are Christians. Some of the best people in this world are Christians. Some of the worst people in this world are gay people. So just think about that. What kind of person are you? Are you someone who's going to continue to be friends, enjoy other people's lives who are allowing you to be part of theirs? Or are you going to cordon yourself off and away from everyone else because they live differently or believe differently or think differently than you? You're missing a whole lot about life when you do that. I'm talking about the left and the right. If you're if you're shutting yourself off just because someone doesn't agree with you, you're missing out on the greatness of human beings. The colors, the different colors. I'm not talking about the skin. I'm talking about the heart. There's a whole lot of different colors in this world. And it adds beauty to this world. Conservative Christians, they add a whole lot of beauty to this world. Liberals, they add a whole lot of beauty to this world. Just stuff to think about. The subject today wasn't really anything I originally had planned to talk about. I talked about this and that. It really kind of just, a lot of things just ingrained together tonight. That's just part of how my mind works, I guess. So while I finish this up and with the kitty, I guess he bounced off the tree. If you watched it, if you was paying attention, you'll see a cat bounce off the tree behind me while I was talking. As it gets darker, it looks like storm clouds are coming in, moving through, cooling down. You are important to me. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. You are important to me. Allow others to be important to you. If you want to. Again, it's America. If you want to be a stupid human being, you can be a stupid human being. I prefer freedom. So we'll just close it as that. As always, I do love you very much, and thank you very much. And this is a good smoke.